It's early as crap. We're in my kitchen because my son's still sleeping. I really don't want to wake him up. Don't mind my no makeup, no filter. It's fine. I had this dream last night and I want to throw some cards on this and I want to talk about some things in your dreams. Your dreams is what you do a lot of your energy work in. So when people show up in your dreams, it is a portion of yourself. Make sure that you can recognize where that person is attached to inside of yourself, like what emotion you have attached with that person, because it is always a representation of yourself. But also, you also do a lot of your angel work in your dreams and stuff. So when you're in your dreams and people are luring you into different places, like last night in my dream, I went down in this basement. First off, the basement is, what does a basement represent in a house? It holds the foundational thoughts, but it's underneath that. So your basement is your foundational places inside of yourself. So when I was in this basement, though, my karmic was there, and he just kept trying to pull me into stuff. And there were cats there too, which is going to be important in this. But in it, like, I had to go down these stairs, but on these stairs there was so much stuff on these stairs that I was like, I had to walk. I almost fell down the stairs in my dream. But not just that, on these stairs there was shoes, and shoes have always represented spirituality to me. And they were not my shoes, they were the karmic shoes. And so I noticed that these shoes were, my cat's laughing on me. My cat is biting right now. I noticed that these shoes were off of, just on the stair steps, but they had boxes around them, and I had to like step into this little bitty space on the stairs. And I remember in my dream, I was like, you're not supposed to be here. You're not supposed to be here because this is not for you. They're showing you right now that you're not spiritually protected in this realm right here. And you are spiritually protected, but the deeper you go into somebody else's worlds, or the deeper you go into somebody else's dream states or a dream area that they have had set up, it's not that you lose your protection, but you're signing agreements that you're not quite sure of. You're energetically giving them permission to be in your energy, which is wild because you're like, but I'm sleeping. But your spirit always knows. Okay. So we threw some cards on this because I always get a lot of insight from my dreams, and they help me with my tarot, and they help me with you guys too because you're in my collective. So right now someone is really trying to get you to unpack things from the ground up. So go to your deepest parts of yourself and unpack them. But you have to descend to do that sometimes. And this is where you being an earth angel matters, because you can float in and out of different dimensions and it not be so horrible to your body. When somebody else tries to go in and out of different timelines and different dimensions, who's not put in all of the shadow work, who's not put in all the energetic work, it takes a really big toll on your body. That's why some people right now are getting so sick and they're going through so many different things because their body's not prepared for the higher energetic frequencies that this world is coming to. They're not prepared for the new earth that we're creating with 817 on the timer. As I said, well, it's 414 on the timer, but 817 on the clock. So when you don't have yourself energetically prepared to move in these realms, you get stuck or you get an illness on you, and that helps raise your frequency, or it ultimately doesn't allow you to move in that frequency. In your dream state, though, I believe this is sometimes how we get sick when we're dreaming, because we float into these realms that they're like energetic traps. You know how, like, they talk about the Fae traps? What if the Sandman has traps too? Like, in your dreams, those are traps for you to energetically get stuck or to give your energy to another to help them raise their frequency to be able to get to the places that they need to, like energetic vampires. Alright, so your strength was low because this was a collaboration that wasn't for you. This is something, there's a lot of unhappiness here. Yeah, there's a lot of regret. So maybe your karmic's going through these sides of regret and they're trying to pull you back towards them very strongly. Because they're feeling like they're sailing away. They're feeling you sail away. They're feeling you mastering this justice call. They're feeling you mastering yourself, balancing out your energies inside where you were really stuck for a second. You had a lot of lies given to you, and this left you in this defense mode. Look how he's carrying these swords, and then here he's trying to defend himself against those swords. So you did carry these lies for a long time with you, and you took them on as your own, like you believed them. But this left your energy just defensive as fuck because energetically you knew they was lies, and now you really know. So now you have big changes coming. You have this tower moment, and it's really changing things because you have 777 here. So sevens are going to be important here, and that's a new. Spiritually, you're leveling up. You're energetically. That's what I was saying. You're energetically leveling up, and they can see that because once you do those timeline shifts, once you bounce yourself up, you will have connections to them because once you raise your frequency so high, yeah, it splits that connection. There's your lovers in reverse though, so that connection gets thinned out so much that it's like the telegraph line. It can't read the Morse code anymore. Like the connection is not connecting. Your neurons are not connected anymore to them, and they can feel that. So this causes a lot of inner chaos inside of them, which in return does cause inner chaos inside of you until that connection is severed. But you are knowing that, and you're about to sever that you're not even doing this nicely, like you're done playing with things. So energetically, you're moving up. And I love that in my dream, I recognized that I was not supposed to be there. Like I recognized that this level was not for me. There was too much chaos. And it wasn't, the chaos in the dream was clutter. It was like so much clutter. But that means that that's what was held inside of that energy space, was just so much clutter. There was no free flowing space where no feng shui or nothing. It was all just clutter. You have the Ace of Wands and the Ace of Swords here. So you have truth and clarity about this. Inside of your emotional space, you've made this judgment. And in making this judgment, it's allowing fate to step in. What's fate going to do? You've been anticipating this. You've been anticipating letting this go energetically. But I feel like you release the burdens from this. But that cord kept you because your empathy level is so strong that you even have empathy and sympathy for the people who have hurt you the most. So the people who have just downright done the most horrendous shit to you, you still hold empathy for them because you've released the chains that surrounded around that. You cut those chains off. You cut off the negative feelings on that, and that allowed you to move from your earth angel. It allowed you to move from your compassion spaces. And in your compassion spaces, there's people use a lot of trickery against that because you do have such empathy in this. You have so many avenues of love here, and you have to be careful with that because people have a lot of foolery with that. They take advantage of that. They're very immature with that type of love there because they see you as a target instead of as a trampoline to bounce to get to where they needed to be. I really enjoyed this reading.